All right, guys, Sales and Marketing Saturday. I'm Jerry Fetta, owner, founder, and CEO of the Wealth Dynamics brand. So I come to you with these videos every week. If you're a salesperson, if you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, and you want to get better at sales and marketing, right? This is something I've been doing since I was 18 years old. I'm 31 now, so I'm pretty well versed in the field of selling and marketing. And I want to give you some tips today that are a bit of a paradigm shift. And this is especially for those of you that are on a commission-based system, or maybe you own a company where you're doing commission-based. I want to share with you a plan that we've launched in my company that I think is going to give tremendous results, and it's not something I've seen used very often, right? So this flies in the face of traditional sales, traditional marketing in the form of compensating your salespeople and your staff. And it's a way to make it a game that everyone can win at, and it gives you a lot more energy and expansion within your group. So that's what I'm going to cover. If you watch to the very end of this today, if you watch to the end of this today, I'm going to give you access to a free consultation with my personal business consultant, right? Now, you do need to qualify for this. If you watch to the end, I'm going to tell you what you can do to qualify. And if you qualify, you'll get a free consultation with him. His name's Artie Marin, phenomenal guy, but you got to watch to the end of the video to get that. Our content today, sales and marketing, it's how do you align the performance of your team with sales, with marketing, so that you're growing those things, right? Because you've got to have a couple of things. You've got to have marketing first, make sure people know about the product and service that you offer and that they want it. Then you've got to have sales actually signing them up for it. Then you've got to have delivery. You have to follow through, actually give them the thing that they asked for. If any one of these points is out, you're not going to last very long, right? And if any of them are lagging or one of them is stronger than the other, it's going to create out of balance within your company or within your group, and that's going to show up in your numbers, right? So in like the traditional sales world, typically we have a salesperson, and they may or may not have a marketing team where they get leads. Okay, if you go super old school, or you look at even some industries today, salespeople create their own leads, right? They'll prospect, they'll find business, they'll go out and they'll hunt and they'll search and they'll find business. And I think it's important that every salesperson is good at this, because it puts you at cause. You're not reliant on someone else for your income. You can go create opportunities as you need to, right? But if you have a really good company, the salespeople can do that, but you also have a marketing team. And that marketing team is good at using different methods of marketing to generate, interested followers, people who are wanting the product that you sell or the service that you sell, who will then reach out, provide their information so that they can be contacted and ultimately sign up, right? So if that's we have these salespeople that are very good at selling. They have the ability to prospect, but they're also being fed qualified leads. Right? Now, a marketing team, and I'll tell you this from firsthand experience, you're not just trying to get leads, period, to throw them at the wall. Then you're just going to have very busy salespeople who waste their time on unqualified phone calls, and they do bunches and bunches of calls that result in very few appointments and don't really have a lot of business associated. You have busy, broke people. Okay? So your marketing team should be really good at not only generating the lead, but taking them through a qualification process so that when they come out the other end for an appointment, there's somebody who's very likely to sign up with your salesperson. Sales guy closes them, boom, that's done. And then it goes to delivery. And then delivery does such a good job on customer service and wowing that person that they actually take delivery of their product. They have a good experience. They leave good reviews. They want to send you referrals. They want to do more business with you. That's a company in a nutshell, right? Like, it's simplified down to that. Now, what happens traditionally is you have your marketers, they're on salary. You have your delivery people, they're on commission. They're on salary as well. Your marketers are on salary, your delivery people are on salary, your salesperson's on commission, right? And so what that's doing is you're telling your salesperson, you have to kill what you eat. Like, if you want to get paid, if you want to have money, you need to generate sales for the company, right? Which is great. Like, that's a proven model. It's been around for a while. But what that creates is it creates an environment where you have, your marketer. What if he stopped doing his job, right? If he wasn't there doing his job, your sales guy is going to have a harder time closing business, right? You also have your delivery team. What if they weren't there anymore? You've got the greatest salesperson in the world, but your delivery sucks and people don't get what they asked for, and they're getting terrible reviews, and the product's being taking forever for it to be delivered and show up, and you're getting, no referrals and no repeat business. Okay, so how do you align all of this so that it flows in the same direction? And this is what we've done in my company recently. It's something that I want to give you as an idea because I've not seen it very often in the business world being used, and I think it's a brilliant plan. So rather than saying, okay, the sales guy, we're going to pay him commission, and based on commission, he stands to make the most money. Okay, if you have a really well-designed company, all of your staff in this flow, the marketing, the sales, the delivery, they should all have equal importance. Because I can't just pull one of them out and expect the machine to keep running. It's kind of like asking, what part of the car don't you want to keep? Well, you need all of them. Like, all of the parts make the vehicle operate. So you can't be like, oh, let's put the most attention on the steering wheel. It's true, if you don't have a steering wheel, you can't steer. But guess what? If you don't have a gas pedal, the steering wheel doesn't matter. So it's kind of a dumb conversation to have on which one's more important. They're all important, and you need all of those things happening. So instead of saying we're going to pay our marketing guy a salary, we're going to pay the delivery team a salary, then we're going to give the salesperson unlimited commission income based on the function that they perform, which is kind of like saying, you know, I'm going to change my tires, you know, once every 5 years, which is terrible, and I'm going to change my oil, you know, once every 5 years, which is also terrible, but I'm going to make sure I change my gas every week because my car needs gas to go. Right, well, your car is not going to need gas if you don't have good tires and your oil is crap and your motor burns out because of it. You don't have a need to drive anymore because you can't. You don't have gas as a necessity because those other two things are gone. So instead of saying salary, commission, what we did is we did something called a proportionate pay plan. So we're saying, okay, we're going to take a percentage of the net income of the business, and we have our own little equation of units and the amount each staff will get based on how much responsibility they have in the company, how long they've been with us, whether their stats are up or down. But each of them has an ability each week to earn a proportionate amount of the net income that the business receives. Meaning nobody is on a salary, but also nobody's on commission. Everyone gets their proportionate share of the net income based on what they're bringing in value to the business. And so the more money the company makes, the more money everyone makes, right? And if somebody has been with us for a while, right? If someone's in a position where their stats have been up, if somebody's, you know, really helping out on our company org board where they're taking a lot of responsibility, they're going to make more money as well. And it creates this push where the sales guy wants to sell, the marketing guy wants to give them the best possible leads, the delivery guy wants to do a really terrific job because he knows if all of this gets delivered, the company makes money, gets referrals, gets repeat business, and that's going to result in everyone making more money. Right? Now, this is not socialism where we say, here's the net income, let's divide it by the number of staff equally. No, it's not that at all. Right? If I have an executive that's in my C-level suite that's been with me for 4 years and she's constantly expanding and her stats are always up, she's going to have a bigger proportion of the of the net income than someone that's lower in the company, they just started, and they're not really performing well. Right? So if I want to have more shares, if you will, more shares in the net income of the company, I need to be doing more. I need to be adding more value, right? So here's what we've experimented with and realized with this already. It gets rid of your bottom producers. The people who want to just quietly stick around and collect a salary without producing much, they're not going to win in a system like this because it's going to be very evident that they reduce everyone else's shares because they have to have some allotted to them. They're not producing income, and if that person was gone, everyone else would make more money. Okay, the other thing it does is it makes everyone focused on the income of the company. Every single staff is thinking about how do we make more money because if we make more money, they get paid more, right? Not only that, but we added in a factor of profit sharing. So all of our staff now are going to be getting a percentage of the net income, and they're also going to get profit sharing based on bonuses and based on the achievements that they have in the company itself, right? And so it really aligns it to where a staff member gets paid similarly to the way that an owner gets paid. And all of us have this feeling of ownership and production, right? Now, the reason I wanted to share this with you today is it's a new idea, and I don't expect that you're going to be able to go out to your company and get them to switch to this, nor that would make sense for your company. I don't know that or whether or not that's a good idea, but it gives you the viewpoint of what if you were to focus on the revenue of your business? Whether you're an employee, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're an experienced business owner, what if you had every single staff focused on the net income of the company and the profitability of the company, and the higher those numbers went, the more everyone got paid. And I think that creates a real team winning culture. I'm going to wrap up with an example of this on a sports team, right? You have a sports team, everyone has their positions, right? With basketball, you've got someone, the point guard, his job is to run the ball up the court and facilitate the play. Okay, the shooting guard, his job is to score. The forward, his job is to score, right? The power forward, his job is to be down in the paint. The center, his job is to rebound it and be down in the paint as well. Each of them has their own little role, and there's going to be a star player. There's going to be your high scorers. But imagine if every single one of them felt like they needed to be the number one scorer on the team. It wouldn't work. You need everyone playing their role, and you need everyone sharing in the win. And if you've got it to where one guy is the ball hog and he scores and no one else gets any glory and the win really only counts on him and the rest of the team doesn't really try hard because there's no upside for them, you're not going to have a winning team. And I think a pay plan like this creates that. So guys, that's all I've got for you today. I did mention if you're watching the video right now and you've got a business and you like to do consulting, you need to qualify for this. Okay, so in the comments, I want you to do #business consulting. #business consulting. You need to like the video, you need to subscribe, and you need to turn your notifications on, right? My team will reach out to you and see if you qualify. And if you qualify, we're going to set you up with a free dynamic business assessment and a free consulting call with my personal advisor, Ari Marin, with my company. And you'll be able to get your questions answered and get some free help on what you can do with your business and possibly hire him as your advisor as well. That's all I've got for you today. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'll see you next time.